unless Kusei has something else in mind. Okay. They can definitely play around the map a lot more.
Yeah.
Matchup. RSG, TNC. Will the Phoenix Army finally get their first match win in Season 14?
We're going to find out, but you know, if you saw the index rating there, we don't want to go completely off that because it didn't look good in terms of the score for the lineup that they brought for this game number 3. But we can't say this. If we break it down, we look at it, it's good. TNC, this time around, they won with the Jushin. I know you don't necessarily, you know, like the Jushin too much,
Not
but
anymore.
we saw how useful it was in Game 2 for RSG. And this time, really what I'm wondering is, man, they have so much crowd control. Even the R-Lot, a pick that we don't often see anymore. You have so many options for TNC. I just hope it's not too much. Like, you've got a Wild Charge, you got a Final Slash, you know, you got the whole Jushin kit, and you have a Julian. That's a whole lot.
I'm thinking RSG are willing to play around the fact that maybe it is not too much. It's not a lot. Because look, only Kusei's rocking the Purify.
That's confidence.
Aqua could have also rocked the Purify too, but instead, he says, I'm going to press buttons better. I'll just pick up the flicker.
I like to call that the athletic flicker.
Exactly.
Because that's what you're doing. I mean, you're trying to be a little bit, you know, quicker in response time, obviously, than what TNC's going to throw at you, because they even have 2 Purifies themselves.
Yeah.
Look at this already.
Oh.
Kazin, hand sword's going to go forward, and now they jump back in. So possibly looking for something, but heads won't be able to do that either. So right now, it's a push and pull in the early game.
Amazing. RSG respecting the potential for TNC to just completely collapse onto them even before the first turtle spawns. And TNC are making good time here. It's going to spawn in the lower quarter.
Look at Light.
Light holding onto that pixel brush. And this is what's difficult. This is why Lancey picked it up. Look, see, Light's not going to get in a good position.
He's going to have a little bit of difficult time getting there. Aqua there, going to join the fight. Dominator's Ascent. Kazin will get the turtle. We'll see if they actually still just kind of disengage from it. It looks like they'll make that call. Light doesn't have the level 4 yet, so not going to be able to kick anybody.
Joseph, you see that? Irad pressed the Retribution even before the turtle went down, and even before he secured the purple. So in that 5-second window, RSG was very fragile. Like, that was a dangerous pit to be in, but they got away with it. Nonetheless, they had to see, you know, consider letting go of the turtle, indeed, which they did. TNC, let's go. This is a kick. Oh, Light's still down. Light's not even level 4 yet.
Yeah, not level 4, so, I mean, he's going to have it very, very soon here. So once he does, you know, that's when you're going to expect a lot of that. Whoa, okay, whoa. Interesting flicker wild charge combo from Escalera.
You didn't think I was going to press it? You didn't think I was, Light? Come on. Oh, now he does, finally. And they're just playing with range here. This is not a good spot to find the kick from, given how many members of TNC are around, but it looks like Irad's ready to follow through.
Yeah, they know they're around, so they could put pressure here still on Kozin at least if they want to. Maybe get the Purify out, but they just call it off. Might be a little too risky, and at this point, it's more up to Light's decision. It's Light's game on where he wants to find those setups, those pickoffs. And great thing if they can get, even if it's just a burning the Purify, whether that's in the mid lane or whether that's on the gold laner, then that's great for them.
Yeah, if anything, it's RSU who's wondering what to do with their CC.
Yeah.
They want to be able to use it efficiently and go through the, you know, barriers of TNC's failsafe. They want to be able to find that margin of error and see how much they can get away with. TNC now up by about 200, 300 gold. Turtle spawning in that same spot earlier. Down bottom. And it looks like XP-wise is where Kusei is down. So luckily, he has the SOD. Luckily, he can still be part of this fight happening now.
It's always a plus side, but now, right now, Aqua has to flicker out. Dominator's Ascent as well to fire back. There's the kick that we were looking for from Light, and it's on Heads. Heads could be in trouble here as he's taken down. They drag the enhanced version now. Aqua gets on out of there. TNC loses a member and probably just going to lose this objective as well.
That's a double dead Heads. He committed the flicker, still died, and they go ahead and concede that second turtle over. RSG up now by about 500, 600 gold. Quick rotation up top, looking for a punish. RSG not letting through anything.
Yeah, they don't want to let anything go, and right now they're just playing with momentum RSG's gotten themselves to. Even looking at this, you know, Irad making moves across the map, picked up the Hunter Strike early on. That was his first item locked in. Corrosive Scythe here, too, for Kusei. And some of these first items, too, are going to be important for TNC. You now have the Clock of Destiny online. This is, where you want to go, that build path for the Jushin. And it's going to take time for Kozin to build up this Claude here. We always know that, you pretty much need that trinity of items locked in. And look at this. Once again, Head's going to be in trouble. Knocks in, gets kicked. They want to fight it out. Final Slash going to be used as well. He goes in with a vengeance. There's the knock up with the Wild Charge. And they find Nibor. Dominator's descend again. He's going to try to drag him to the turret. But Aqua will just hop on over the wall.
He got sandwiched there between the actual wall and the Guardian's Barrier. Light in trouble here. He's going to get away with a Shunpo and will survive throughout all that, though. A push in mid, traded out for top lane.
RSG just does this all the time.
And bottom two, wow!
And bottom two, they're going to force these skirmishes in these fights, and they'll make a play just like they did. We saw them do this constantly in Game 2, and that's really those small steps that built into that victory. It's those minor decisions where they're finding these objectives on the map, and then it leads to, them having the advantage when it comes to those lore takes later on.
Kozin coming in with a blazing duet. Let's it go.
Damage check. That's what I always
That's
get.
it.
Always check.
So far, he's at 2 items, right?
Yeah.
So short of that Trinity. Gonna let it go. He is just slightly behind Kosei, about 500 damage. All right, talking about that approach by RSG that's proven them effective, a good victory in Game 2. What's going on? What is this?
This is third turtle in this same pit, this side of the map.
It's a 5-man. Oh, well, same thing happened in Game.
Same Game 2, other side.
Remember, yeah, it was always there. But now, looking at where the trades are going, it looks like they're going for turtle for turret. But whoa. What is this sandwich play? Oh.
They're gonna they spot that. This has been happening the whole series. The feint from both teams, they're just feinting each other. We're gonna initiate. No, we're not. We'll pull off.
If anything, TNC played that very well on the defense.
Yeah,
they were able to blitz out the turtle, go ahead and respond to the top lane quick enough to deny RSG a successful trade. Amazing work by the Phoenix Army. But now RSG are looking for a way to grow this lead, this dirty approach, this dirty boxing that they've been using to great effect since Game 2 has slowly been answered by TNC, and there seems to be nothing for free right now. Looking at the gold lead here, where is the majority of the 1,000 gold on? Some of it you see on...
it's like mid lane, I would say there's, some in the mid, some in the XP is the biggest differences.
Yeah, so it's scrambled through the cores, but it's mainly on Nibor right now.
Yeah, and this is the hard part about it. Hold on. There's the answer. The Wild Charge comes through as well. Pumping the beacon down. Kusei is going to be the first to fall. And now Heads looking for more. Irad trying to join the fight. That's the kick on Heads as he's taken out. So far, the trade, but Escalera is going to be in trouble as well. 2 down for TNC, the 2-for-1 trade.
Joseph, if it wasn't for the 2-for-1, I would have said all in 100%. TNC won that. They started the fight by picking off Kusei, RSG's most reliable source of damage. Aqua, he has to go through 2 steps to be able to really just on the Dominator's descent. Elon has to choose his entry. But if you take down Kusei to start, that's a non-starter for RSG. So I could have sworn TNC was going to come out with a victory in that engagement. But wow, RSG with the fast reflexes.
It was a good attempt. It was. I feel like even so, it was the right attempt, because if it would have worked out, great. It didn't, but they're still in good contention for this Lord. They just got to approach the fight better this time around. And they're going to go for it again. Nibor jumps in. Light's looking for the pickoff as well. Jumps in with the Jinpo. Kosei doesn't land the Spear of Destruction. So Nibor taken out of the picture. And right now they flicker out defensively. Going to focus on Heads. He has to flicker out as well. Light's still in the front of it all, and it's still going to be worked on. The Lord here for RSG. TNC tries to get positioning again, and it's a reset.
This is dangerous, given that both junglers committed the retribution in that what could have been a total wipeout of a team fight. Neither of them are willing to commit to that Lord take. Even if Lord was sitting at, what, a third or fourth of its health?
Yeah.
They both had to reset.
They say at that point, you know, it's still scrappy, man. Just like we saw in the previous one, right now TNC, they're not too far behind. You have it coming pretty close here. DHS now picked up for Kosei, so he's got the Trinity before you see this from Kozin. So they start the lore up half health here already.
There it is!
Spear Destruction's going to find the mark. They land in. Who's gets the lord? It's Irad. That secures the objective. And they collapse down on TNC. And they're in shambles as Kosei unleashes on Lancey. And picks up the next kill. It's only Kozin left alive.
That's as clean as it gets. I could have sworn TNC was going to win that engagement, given how much deeper they were into the pit and how a lot of members of RSG were missing their battle spells, but just at the cusp it came out. Oh, best believe, Joseph, they're breaking in.
They're going to break in. Holy Shield in the mid lane popped. Lord still up, and RSG will call it off and back off, happy with just that turret. Man, Nibor on this Edith, time and time again, is able to pull amazing things off, whether it's him initiating or even Light. And sometimes it's just them responding to TNC.
Edith only.
Edith only.
Give Nibor Edith, and you don't have to think. You just let him play. Let him do his thing. He's going to die a good chunk in the first 10 minutes of the game, but he's going to pull off things like that. Again, the fact that this hero does not need a flicker to be able to inflict crippling damage to the opponent's lineup, to their front line, allows for RSG to get away with so much. Looking at the gold lead now, yeah, sure, the Trinity is built on to Kozin, but there's about 1,000 between him and Kusei. I think key to that whole engagement was also Kusei finally hitting the SOD.
Yeah, finally hitting it. You saw that too. Aqua just picks up a Sky Piercer here for the Zask.
He means business.
He means business, and I would say, man, this is probably one of the cleaner games we've seen from Cho in general for Light, or just in general for the hero. Hasn't died yet, sitting on 8 assists here and just doing work off of what we've seen from Nibor.
Could have sworn Light died at least once. Wow.
He's moving and grooving, man, at this point.
Dylan Katipon doing work. All right. 6,000 head RSG, 12 minutes in. About a minute until an enhanced Lord spawns upper quarter. Joseph, let me tell you this. If TNC want to come back, you got to take it inside the base. You got to punish off of heads with an ultimate final slash, a major wild charge. But here's the thing, all right? Now that we're talking about, now it's coming out of my mouth, maybe there's a way that they actually do this inside a tight little corridor like this.
Little choke point.
A little choke point after a conceal, and then they start with a pickoff on, again, this is a shot out of the dark, but if they can find Kusei again, like they did like about 5-6 minutes ago, maybe shut down Irad. Just a free pickoff. We'll start there. Give me a free pickoff, and then we can consider a comeback.
Get a pickoff, because remember in a situation too before this was flip-flopped. The script was flipped earlier back in game 1 even. So TNC, you know, down the 6,000 gold, they can make things happen here.
Okay, another silver lining for the Phoenix Army. Kozin just picked up his Wind of Nature. This is going to keep him safe from Irad, from Kusei, hell, even Light if the rest of RSG are preoccupied. So if he can last just maybe 2 seconds longer, reposition, get a few basic attacks in, get that free pickup we're looking for, then maybe we're in business for TNC. Lord Shuffle already began. Nibor taking the Pixel Brush. TNC pushed back far in. Nibor spins the flicker.
Okay, he doesn't have the flicker. TNC knows this. I don't know if that'll be enough to give them the total upper hand, though.
Huge resource. Now Light playing with range. Irad taking the River Brush in control. Lance pushing them back in.
Light jumps in with the way of the dragon. They find Kazin. The perfect mark goes on as well. Everybody out of the picture that needed to be there. And Kosei unleashes again. And TNC will get dismantled. Led by Light on the fight.
In the blink of an eye, Light leads RSG into a wipeout, into a series win.
And RSG will clean up the base, clean up the series, and show some finesse at the end with it as they take it 2-1.
Always Rise turns into Rise and Slay. RSG in for the reverse sweep, denying TNC their first series win.
So close for TNC.
So close.
We got a same glimpse of it yesterday, man. But it just